I believe that Hollywood can make a comeback. I'm an eternal optimist. I just am. Have been all my life. I've got that sort of weird Luke Skywalker like, I think things can be good. Things can get better. They will get better. And I actually reposted this. This is the latest Spencer Pratt video that came out. I'm going to share it with you, Alan. You got to see this. And it's they bring in superheroes. We've seen other videos. This is from Charles Curran, who's been making a lot of campaign videos. And this is the Marvel and DC matchup we've always wanted to see. Check this out.
He's winning!
People realize they're not powerless anymore. You know what that means? Mothers can take their kids to the park again. No more free pussies for migrants. No more free teeth for meth heads.
Is this getting through to you? You'll have to get real jobs like everybody else. I want your evilest ideas.
What if we make BBQs illegal?
That's evil. That's good. I want you to throw everything we've got at him.
I'm just one man.
I gotta be. I get choked up when I see this because I've seen my city get destroyed. I mean, look. Moms can't just be out with their kids at the park. The parks are overrun with drug addicts. This is not about one city. This is about simply enforcing the law so that I believe that if Spencer Pratt can prove that you can save LA, this is a model that you can copy in Chicago, in Portland, in Seattle, in Boston, in every city run by progressives that has gone down the toilet. It can be saved. And even more than that, Spencer Pratt was on the All In podcast. And I have a clip here where he talks about what he will do to help the industry. And let me bring this up. I want you to see this clip, and then we'll both talk about it on the other side. Here's what he had to say on the All In podcast.
One of the other stories about LA over the last decade or two, I grew up here. I have a lot of friends who grew up in Hollywood in the industry, and it's been gutted. There's no business in LA anymore. And that's a huge employer for so many Angelenos working in Hollywood and all of the ancillary supporting industries. Do we rebuild Hollywood in LA? Is Hollywood done because of AI and YouTube and independent production and studios don't matter anymore? No one does broadcast. What's the future of Hollywood? Is there a future for Hollywood in LA, and what do you do about it?
So when I was 20 years old, I sold the youngest ever, so the first reality show to Fox as the youngest executive producer ever. And I sold it to Peter Chernin when he was the co-chair at News Corp. It was with David Foster, who's actually hosting my fundraiser on Monday, full circle. Shout out David Foster, legend. But I called Peter Chernin up a few weeks ago. I said, Mr. Chernin, PDC, how do I save LA? It's one of the smartest human beings on earth. And he said, Spencer, as mayor, you're not going to be able to change the bigger picture of Hollywood. That's more governor, uncapped. What you can do to really bring back jobs, bring back Hollywood, is bring back independent filmmakers, independent production, independent artists. You prioritize the indies, you could have Hollywood booming in a tier that people didn't see coming.
Let's fucking go. a new indie film revolution in LA with the mayor that's behind it.
And all my friends who haven't given up, that are still, because I grew up in LA, I went to Crossroads. All my friends are creators, they're artists. They're still fighting. They're not giving up. When I talk to them, they've all doubled down on the indie route. When I talk to them, they say, this is what we need to hear. We want to make this work. And you work with them. Mayor Bass brags about like, oh, now you can film at the Griffith Conservatory instead of 70,000, it's 30. No, when I'm mayor, I'm going to help you produce these freaking movies. We're going to have whole blocks, and we're going to use the restaurants to keep them alive. And we're going to use the crews, and we're going to eat out of there. And we're going to use all the city resources to almost be in production with the indies, but making money together, not like a communist or socialist, but bring the city, enable, give them the support, get rid of these fees, the clearance, make it easy. Right now, like I said in the debate, I talked to producers. If you want to film on the streets of LA, it's so unsafe. You got to pay gang members off to get it. We're going to have it so safe that an indie crew can pop out with all their cameras and gear and nothing gets stolen. So again, someone like Peter Chernin, I said, Peter, when I'm mayor, can I keep calling you? And his exact quote, I'm always here to make you smarter, Spencer. Awesome. So these are the type of people that say, oh, you have no experience. These are the people that are going to make LA number one.
But let's go. He's got, look, because you and I have worked together for years, Alan. I don't know everything. And I may be good at kind of these things, but I know the things I'm not good at. And what I try to do is bring in other people who can make me and you look good, who are better at things that it's like, I look on Film Thread as kind of like we all have different superpowers. Okay. That's what a good leader, I think, does. You recognize other people you can bring in. And I mean, what I know about filmmaking, I haven't made a lot of movies, but I did a feature comedy for $500,000. I did a documentary that, got people seem to like it, still selling the Blu-ray. I made some films. I've been involved in helping other people make films. Filmmaking is a team sport. And one element of that team is getting your local officials on board with doing everything they can to help create an indie film revolution in LA. It can happen. Alan, your thoughts?
My thoughts. I'll tell you, don't want to get overly political here, but one of the things I like about Donald Trump is that he brings a businessman's mindset to politics. Every movie he makes is about bringing business, growing business, making money. And that mindset seems to be working. And honestly, that mindset is the only thing that can save LA. So for someone to come in and says, how do I get business booming again in LA? Because if you don't have that, and if you're in this mindset that you want power and you want money and you want to tax everyone to death, then you don't have a business mindset. In fact, your mindset is to drive business away. The reason why indie films aren't made is because it costs too much money because of fees and licenses and all that stuff, as opposed to the mindset of the city is going to survive only if we do more, only if we do more independent filmmaking, only if we do allow people to make it easy to open restaurants, open stores. That's the only way you're going to save LA. And quite frankly, that's how you're going to save California too. Spencer Pratt, I can't vote for you, but I hope you win. I mean, I can't because I'm not in LA County.
Alan, you can vote for him. They don't.
Oh, that's right.
ID.
I can't. That's right. I can go there. Not only can I do that, I can vote many times.
Well, look, you don't need a ID to vote. So I'm not encouraging anyone to do anything. I'm saying that's what the law is. So make of that what you will. But people are enthusiastic because you have a mayor that understands the core business of this city, runs on entertainment. And if people in the entertainment industry are doing well, they're spending money and going to restaurants. And that helps people who work in the service industry. I'm from Detroit. I saw firsthand. I saw the decay of that city. when the auto industry went all over and diversified, and the city, I saw it slowly collapse. I want to end on this with one other quick thing. This is Spencer Pratt. Just another fun thing that he said.
Socialists, many have compared you to Zoran Mamdani in the sense, your politics are obviously very, very, very different, but in the sense that you've really harnessed the power of social media to get your message out. What do you think of that comparison?
The one thing I connect with is I know he promised his voters, like, the subway will be free. And I'm promising my voters the metro buses, the metro trains, they will be free from urine, feces, stabbing, attacks. So that's kind of similar. We both had free things for public transportation. But, I think he connected with people because they felt like change. They wanted change. That message would never connect here because we've already been doing the socialist experiment pretty much for 6+ years, and it's failed here in Los Angeles. So I think my message is why it's resonating on social media is it's the truth. It's authentic. It's from my heart. I didn't want to be a politician. I'm standing in what happened because of failed politicians. That's what
they were trying to compare him to Zoran Mamdani, kind of turned it into a joke, which I like. So look, and I think the reason he's gotten national attention, Trump may endorse him. I hope he doesn't, because
actually he already has.
Officially.
Yeah, it's in Deadline. It's there's a news article about it.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
Deadline just posted the article.
See, that could turn people off. All I'm saying is he's got national attention because he's just telling the truth. It's common sense. There are fentanyl zombies everywhere in every downtown. Crime is rampant. Even though they say it's down, it's because of the way they're reporting it. And I've seen my city collapse over bad policies. Enough. We're mad as hell and not going to take it anymore. I have a lot more to say about this in the coming weeks, and we'll stay on top of it. But really, I just want to see my industry come back, entertainment. I want to see my friends who work in production. I want to see them working and making money. I want to see my daughter be able to go anywhere in LA and not be harassed by homeless, drugged out on whatever they're taking. I'm sick of it. I'm done. I am done. And I want to see people wake up. If you have to hold your nose, fine. But I want to see us come back. And the reason they see Spencer Pratt as dangerous is because if he proves this can be done, if you can clean up a city by simply enforcing the law, you can't sleep on the street, you can't deal drugs, we're not going to have programs where we give out free needles and free stuff. We're not doing it. If he can clean up LA, it can happen in every city in America. That's why Spencer Pratt is dangerous. That's why he's getting national attention. And that's why Donald Trump apparently endorsed him. I hope people can ignore that and simply vote for a person who is committed to common sense policies that work for the tax-paying citizens of the city.